Good morning.
Morning.
Today is our last wonderful
Morning.
season, and I'm so sad. So sad. What were Jaylene? What were you listening to? Yo, Jaylene.
Yeah, I was talking with Kelly.
Okay, somebody was watching TV or something. I was wondering what that was. Sounded like some very depressing news.
Oh.
There it is.
The Americans.
Who is that? Okay. Good morning, Sherry, Janet, Marion, Kelly's here with child, Donald, and Wade Kelly.
Good morning.
Okay, so I'm going to just jump right into this. I got to show y'all something that I forgot to show you in the first class. So we're going to go back in time. We're going to do a little screen share here. Can everybody see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, so I was playing on this last night, and I forgot to show you that in this program that I showed y'all in week 1, you can set up auto replies. So what you can do is you click on this right here, alert and auto replies. Hold on, let me let some people in. We got some stragglers. Y'all give Carrie a hard time, Tracy a hard time. Okay, so right here, alerts and auto reply. Click on that, and what'll happen is the searches that you have set up, like I've got Texas for sale by owner, you can enable auto search so that it automatically searches while you've got it on your screen. I've got mine set up for every 30 minutes because if you do it faster than that, Craigslist will block your IP address. You also want to limit it to 20 results per search. Again, let it only show 20 at a time. If you do unlimited, I can guarantee you before the end of the day, you will be blocked by Craigslist on your IP address. The other thing you can do, which I've got to call them to get this set up, but you can set up auto reply emails. So let's say that you set up a for sale by owner search, and you want to do an auto reply so that as soon as it pops up, it sends the person who posted on Craigslist an auto reply, and you can say on there, hey, wanted to see if I can get your seller's disclosure. Could you email it to me? You can set that up automatically. So as soon as they post, you reply from your email address. And what I've done is I've got it going to a Hotmail account, which I never use, so that all of those emails will go strictly to my Hotmail account. This is something I forgot to show y'all about. I was playing with this last night, trying to set this up for sale by owners, and I've got to call them to get my SMPT set up, for those of you that know what that is. So that won't be hard to do. Any questions on that?
You know what that is.
Was that too much for you? Okay. All right. So that takes care of that right there. I'm going to stop my screen share. I'm going to close this thing out because it slows up my computer. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock, between 10 and 11:30, I put this in the chat. I've set up a group Zoom chat for sale by owner role play. You're all invited to attend. It'll be fun. We're going to give people a hard time. Everybody's going to get to participate, even people that don't want to participate, like Kelly Stevenson, who's with child. She's going to participate, I'm sure. Jaylyn, I expect you to be there because you are going to become the master of the for sale by owners. Janet, you're new. You got to be there. Period.
I so need that because I'm such a chicken. However, I have an appointment and I can't. I am
What
sorry.
the hell?
I know.
Oh my God.
I know.
All right. You know what you
I
get for
stopped.
that. You know it's coming. You ready?
Anytime you want somebody, let me know. I'll role play with you.
Donald, 10 o'clock. Be there.
Yeah, I gotta look at my calendar.
Oh, whatever. Y'all don't work on Friday.
I think
Donald,
Donald's talking to Janet.
I think Donald's scared is what
I
it is.
was. I'm ready. Let's do it.
Well, you didn't do so good last week.
I know. I
We
didn't
got
have
video-
an email address.
We got videos to prove it too.
I don't like giving out email addresses.
Oh, you're a weenie.
I don't either.
Okay, today's class, Carrie, so glad you could make it.
Oh, thank you. Good
Everybody
morning.
do the wave. Do the wave for Carrie. Woo! All right, so today we are going to talk about how to talk to the former for sale owners who, when expired, and now you're going to call those people and share with them how important it is to list with you, because you're going to show them a way to put their house on multiple MLSs all over the world. Did I throw everybody off on that? Has anybody ever taken a listing and shared the listing with other people in different MLSs and got them to put it on their MLS? I'm going to go with no on that one because everybody's looking at me like I've lost my friggin' mind.
Yeah, I've done it.
You've
I'm
done it.
doing my first one this week.
What are you doing? Tell me how it's going to work. Jaylen?
I'm actually at school in another MLS market, and one of the professors has some land they want listed here. So I've already contacted another EXP agent in this MLS, and we're going to co-list it.
Okay, you're going to co-list.
Yes.
All right. So you talk to the expired and you tell them, look, here's why you should list with me. Everybody is doing the same thing. They're taking your house, they're putting it on MLS, the big encyclopedias of houses for sale, and it gets lost in MLS and nobody's marketing. What I want to do is something different. I want to take your listing, put it on my MLS, and then get other realtors all over the world to share this listing with me and put it on their MLS. So how does that work? So seller, here's what has to happen. If we sell it in the Dallas market, you will pay 6% commission. Because I'm going to show 6% in the Dallas market. Okay? But if we put it out to other realtors, you're going to have to pay 7% if somebody brings a buyer or buyer's agent from their market. So Janet, where are you located?
Nashville.
Nashville. So I'm going to send it to Janet. I'm going to say, Janet, I need you to sign this agreement. I want you to put my listing in Dallas in your MLS in Nashville. And what happens is if you bring the buyer or buyer's agent, you get 2% as what's called a promoting commission. It's basically going to be paid as a referral because you don't get commission because you're not licensed in Dallas. 2% goes to me, the listing agent. 2% goes to Janet. Buyer's agent gets 3%. So Janet puts it on her MLS. She's going to market it as if it's her listing. Then we go to Cherie. Cherie, where are you at? Cherie? Chicago? I knew that. Just testing you. See if you're awake. Cherie does the same thing. Cherie puts it on her MLS at 2%. If she brings the buyer, buyer's agent still gets 3%. Tracy, you don't get to play the game. I'm sorry. Because It's already in the Dallas MLS, but you can promote it on your website and other places other than MLS, which I'm going to give you permission to do. You can promote it as if it's yours. And if you bring the buyer or buyer's agent, you get 2%. Buyer's agent gets 3%. So here's how it looks. I'm just going to give these 3 people as an example. Guess how many people you can get to cooperate with you to do this type of sharing of a listing? Guess what the limit is? Anybody want to guess?
None?
How many?
None?
That's correct. That is the correct answer. There is no limit. So if I'm going against, let's say Kelly. Let's say Kelly is a listing agent in Dallas, and I'm a listing agent in Dallas. Kelly goes to the listing appointment. I'm going to tell the seller, I want to be the last person that you talk to. Now, I'm taking a chance because if Kelly's really good on her listing appointment, she should be able to get that listing before I get in there. But if she's not that good and I go in behind Kelly, here's what I'm going to tell the seller. Seller, here's what the other realtors are going to do. They're going to put it on one MLS. They're going to market it probably within this area. They're not going to market it to other cities and other states. And chances are you will get a buyer, but it's going to take a little bit longer than normal. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take your listing and I'm going to promote it in different markets all over the world. Not just in Dallas, but in Chicago and Tennessee, I think, Puerto Rico, Canada, China. It's going to be broadcasted in a huge way. So seller, who do you think's going to get more exposure? Myself or the other realtors that you've talked about who's only going after one state? I can almost guarantee you, if you show this to an expired, nobody else is bringing this idea to him. No one. Because most realtors are so small-minded that they're only going after listings in their farm area, which is usually a couple of neighborhoods, which blows my mind, or their city, which still blows my mind because your license says that you can sell in the entire state. Well, I'm going way beyond the entire state, and I'm going to show you how you can list properties in other countries or promote and get realtors to help you in other countries. Does anybody have any questions on this process here?
Yes,
Go ahead.
it won't work in our MLS.
Right. I understand that, Wade. And I was just
But can I go the other way with it though? Take my listings and go to MLSs that will allow that?
Oh, hell yeah.
So how does that work paperwork wise? I see the overall concept, but how does it work in nuts and bolts, practical? What do I sign between agents? A
Okay.
referral agreement?
I've got a website that I'm going to give y'all before we end this session for you to go to. And I want to give it to you now because you'll be going there now and won't be listening to me, and you'll be looking at this website. I know how you are. So at the end, yes, Kelly, you did it. You tried to do it yourself. Yes, because so wait, I'm going to answer that question. Hold on one second. Go ahead, Janet.
No, it's Tracy.
Oh, Tracy,
My
go.
question is, you called it a promoting what?
Promoting agent.
So they got a promoting commission, a promoting
It's going to be a referral fee equal to 2%.
promoting agent referral.
Because Cherie, who's in Chicago, is not licensed in Texas. But I have an agreement that gives Cherie permission to promote this because it's my listing. So the agreement between me and Cherie is to promote it, and it's also an agreement for me to share a part of my commission to her if she promotes it and or brings the buyer's agent. That's why it's legal. The National Association of Realtors, Article 12, I believe, talks about this, where if you get permission from the listing agent, you can promote their property regardless of your license in that state or country. It's a
Be-
beautiful process.
Between different brokerages, different companies?
Absolutely. When I listed those 14 condos in, where was it? Puerto Rico? I can't remember where it was. Those weren't my listings. I went to another realtor who was with Remax, and he said, do you want to promote these listings in your market? I said, hell yeah, bring them on. So that's the agreement that we had where I promoted those listings in my MLS. Now, you're thinking, why would you do that? And I think I talked about this on the last video, but if you missed it, this is exactly my wording to a for sale by owner. When I show a for sale by owner that I've got listings in the Dominican Republic, those were in Costa Rica, by the way, Costa Rica, Dallas, all over the world, here's exactly what I'm going to say to the for sale by owner. I'm going to say, Mr. For sale by owner, Donald, let's just say you're the for sale by owner. I'm going to say, Donald, how many realtors do you think are in Costa Rica?
Oh, I don't have a clue.
What would you say?
3,
In the
5,
whole country of Costa Rica?
50?
Okay, let's just say that it's 50. Here's my question. Why would these sellers in Costa Rica not use their realtors in their own country, but they would go to Robert Russell to list their property who's in Dallas, Texas? Do you think it's because I suck as a realtor?
Nope. No.
And that's exactly word for word what I tell the for sale by owners. The light comes on when I tell them that. They're thinking, oh my God, this guy is different. I want to go with him.
I have a question.
Okay, hold on one second. If you're going to do everything like everybody else, you're going to get the same results that everybody else is getting. If you do something that's so crazy, first of all, you're going to confuse people. Your competition is going to go, oh, you can't do that because they've never heard of it before. I mean, I talked to Panama City Beach, MLS. I went to their board to talk to them, and they said, you can't do this. I said, dude, I've been doing it for 10 years. Go to the National Association of Realtors and call them. Ask them if it can be done. Well, they only gave me 5 minutes to talk. So after my 5 minutes, they tried to blast me, telling me I couldn't do it. And so I was out of there. I said, okay, shut on these people. I don't need them. Okay, Jaylyn, go ahead.
So as a seller, what's different between your method and just syndicating it on realtor.com, Zillow, Trulia, 200 other realtor websites?
Great question. Jaylyn, when you list a property, where does it go?
Well, our company syndicates it out to 300 websites
But where's the main place that it goes?
in our MLS, and they syndicate it.
And then where does it go after that?
Internet.
What websites?
Well, it's on our local websites as well as realtor.com websites.
Realtor.com. That's the one I was looking for. So if this property is listed in a certain price range on realtor.com 50 times, because every promoting agent is going to put it on their MLS, which is going to go to realtor.com. If that particular property shows up on realtor.com through the list of encyclopedia searches in that price range, what are the chances that somebody's going to want to see it after they see it 50 different times? Does that make sense? So it's all about exposure, getting it in front of people's face because they see a picture. They go, oh, I like that. Oh, I don't like that one. I don't like that one. Oh, I like that. That looks familiar. Okay, let me keep looking. I don't like that. Oh, wait a minute. Have I seen that before? And that's what happens. How many times have you looked at pictures on just MLS and you're going, oh, that house sucks. Oh, I like that one. That one sucks. Oh, look at the pictures on that one. Oh, wait. Have I seen that before? How many times has that happened to you as a realtor? That's what you're after. You're after doing something different that nobody else is doing. And Carrie, yes, I do all of this by phone without going to their house.
You send your photographer? How do you get amazing pictures?
Well, what I try to do is do it the lazy way first because I'm a lazy person. I try to use the seller's pictures first to see if those look good. I've got a great program that can make pictures look a whole lot better than what they've given to me. The problem that I see realtors do, and I've seen this just here in the Florida market. I went and looked at a condo and I looked at the pictures, and the pictures were amazing. And I'm thinking, oh my God, Bethany, let's go look at this condo. We went and looked at the condo, and the pictures were way better than the actual condo was. It was very disappointing when we got to the condo because it didn't represent truly what the condo looked like. So to answer your question, I try to get their pictures first, see if I can fix those. If they're not fixable, then I will get the realtor who's in that city to go take pictures, and then we all use them for that listing.
Mm.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So if I gave you a listing for say $7 million, because I did one of these on a $7 million ranch in Arkansas, and I said I'm going to give you 2%, but the pictures suck. Do you mind taking pictures for me?
No, I don't mind.
That's what the listing agent did. The promoting agent went and got pictures made. She paid for pictures. She wouldn't pay for pictures.
Yeah.
Because it helped her because she got all the buyers off this listing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, any questions? Donald?
No, I'm trying to soak it all in.
Oh boy, we could be here a while.
Could be.
You've only got 2 living brain cells, one waving bye-bye to the other.
Yep, that's true. But I'm getting a check. I'm getting a check today, so that's all that
Oh,
matters.
you're really good. Do you need my account number and routing number?
Sure.
Okay, I'll send it to you.
Okay.
All right, Cherie, who's kind of hidden behind her computer, do you have any questions for me? Marion Scott, any questions?
Not right now.
Okay. All right, let's do a little role-playing session time because this is my favorite thing to do. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a volunteer realtor and a volunteer expired. You did a for sale by owner first. That didn't work out. And then you went with a flat fee and you paid $500. That didn't work out. And now your house is officially expired. And so who wants to be the realtor? If you don't raise your hand, I will pick for you. Carrie, congratulations. Thanks for raising your hand.
Okay.
I saw you do this. I said, oh, she's raising her hand. Janet.
Oh, Lordy.
Oh, Lordy. Yes, there is a Lordy. You are the expired former for sale by owner. Carrie, who doesn't want to drive to appointments, she wants to do everything by phone. Yes? Okay, good answer. Is going to call you now. Is your phone on?
It's on.
Okay, let's let it rip.
Ring, 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 ring.
Hello.
Hi there. This is Miss Molly.
Yes, it is. Who's calling?
Hi, my name is Carrie Wall, and I'm with eXp Realty, and I'm calling.
Don't say who you're with.
Oh, Is your home still for sale?
It is.
Okay. How long has it been on the market now?
10 months.
10 months. Okay. Have you had any offers?
No, I had a little activity, but not any formal offers.
Okay. Well, we're coming into spring now, so it's a busy time, and I have a lot of buyers that are in the neighborhood, and I would like to know, the full inventory of what's available. So I was wondering, do you have a seller's disclosure on your home that I can offer to my clients?
I don't know. I suppose I could get one. What do you need that for?
So it's something we review on all homes so that we can know a little bit more about the home, things that we may not be able to see from the naked eye. And I just want to be sure that, they know all the inventory. And then especially when it comes to for sale by owners or a home that's maybe a pocket listing, they really want to know, they know there's not an agent representing them. So they feel there's additional questions that I might not know. So I always provide them the seller disclosure. So it would be perfect if you could just get that to me. If you don't have one, I could supply it to you, but if you could get one to me, what's the best email address for you?
I would rather contact you. I don't like giving my emails out.
Okay. So if we were interested and needed to send an offer, then how would I get it to you?
You can give me a call.
Okay, because my clients are from out of state, and so the schedule's not that flexible. For coming over, of course it is, but as far as traveling a lot, I just, so there's no email access. Is that right?
No, I have email access. I just don't like giving it out. I mean, I would answer my phone if you had something serious. I'd answer my phone and we can move at that point. I don't really see why you need an email address right now.
That way you could shoot me over the seller disclosure instead of, me
Well, then you
needing
give me your email address.
Okay. So I'll give it to you and then you'll send me an email. And that'll work. Okay. Okay. So it's karit@gmail.com. So what's your availability? Are you home most often or?
I'm in and out.
Okay. You're in and out. And no offers so far on the market, 10 months. Do you feel your home is being exposed, maximum exposure? Where are you advertising the property?
Craigslist. I have a sign. I'm on a pretty busy road. I tell everybody I meet about it. I do ads on Facebook myself.
What do you feel is the issue? The average homes are selling within 60 days in your neighborhood.
I don't really know.
Okay. Would you have about 10 to 15 minutes of your time so that I can show you how I get homes sold in 30 days or less for top dollar?
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, I have Tuesday at 3 or Wednesday at 1 available. But I think it'll be a very good use of your time. I'd like to help you get it home. Where are you headed? As soon as you sell this home, where are you headed?
I'm relocating out of state.
Okay. You have some family you're headed to or?
No, not really.
Okay, but you are excited to get there though.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, great. Well, I want to help you and I know that I can get it sold quickly. I think there's just some small adjustments that we need to do, but I'm looking forward to sharing that information with you. So I will, how about Tuesday at 2 then or Wednesday at 1?
Okay, at 1. That's fine.
Okay, great. Okay, great, Mrs. Molly. I will see you then.
Bye. I think she did great.
Okay. Carrie, I think you did good too. There's a couple of things that I would have found some because my personality is a little bit different than yours. You're very laid back, easygoing, which there's nothing wrong with that at all. There's a couple of things that she said that I would have like been all over. One of the questions that you asked her a question, she said, "I don't know." Write
Well,
this
if
down.
you did know,
Write this down, Carrie. If you did know, what would it be?
Okay.
You will be surprised if you ask that question when you hear "I don't know," 99% of the time, they will end up answering the question. 99%. That's how high that number is.
Wow.
So when she says, yeah, I think you asked her, what do you think the reason is that it hadn't sold? She said, "I don't know." If you did know, what would it be? Now
Okay.
put her on the spot. In other words, I'm not going for "I don't know." I don't accept your "I don't know" answer. If you did know, what do you think the reason would be? Now she's either got to say, which she really didn't know, "I don't know," or she's going to guess on why it hadn't sold. Now you're going to find out the truth.
Okay.
Sometimes you got to be kind of, and I know this in your personality, so just listen to what I'm saying. You don't have to do it. Sometimes you have to be a little bit confrontational with them. You know?
Yeah, that gets uncomfortable. I have to get.
that's my problem. When somebody says something, I just immediately back away because I am not a salesman.
You don't have to be a salesman. This is not sales.
It is
No,
sales.
it's not. That's crap. It's asking questions. You're not talking them into something. You're asking questions. You're getting them to uncover information so that you can move forward. If you consider it sales, then I think you're misguided on what you're doing. This is
You're
100%
being a consultant.
exactly. It's asking questions. You're going to, like I said in the very beginning, you're painting them into a corner by asking the right questions. Does that make sense? You're not selling them. Selling means let me talk you into letting me be the realtor. How about if I just ask you questions, let you uncover that your method sucks, and that way it's your idea. That's not being confrontational. It's asking questions to guide them where you want them to go. Does that make sense, Janet?
Yes.
I know it's not comfortable for you because you haven't done it, but
We lost you there for a
I
minute.
know I saw myself freeze, like I was like, you know. Okay, so other than that, Carrie, I thought you did good. You still want to go visit, though. I can tell you're a visitor.
No, if they won't give you their email, I don't understand how to get around it. Like, give it to me. That's what I want. I mean, I don't, they keep saying they don't want to give it to you. Then what do? You're trying to get the seller's disclosure.
Marion, you got an opinion?
Okay, so what I would say in this situation is I like to do video. So I have a video, especially for expireds, that says about a different marketing plan, which now I'm going to add to my marketing plan, the exposure to all the other MLS markets. But I have a really nice video that's pretty well put together. It's only about 2 minutes, but I'll try to tell them, hey, let me send you over an idea on, give you an idea of how my marketing strategy will expose you to different markets. One of the things I do is short-term rental market. So I kind of talk to them how I'm going to expose it to investors that are looking in that market as well. And it's just a little video. And so in that case, when I kind of bring up, hey, have you ever heard of Airbnb? They're kind of like, oh, yeah. And so I said, well, can I share with you a video? So I'm trying to tell them that I need to send them a video that's worth checking out. And so that's how I can get it.
I like that. All right. So, Carrie, how did you feel about the whole cause? Hold on 1 second, Lynn. Carrie, how did you feel about that conversation with you and Janet? Did you feel like you're in control of that conversation, or she took control away from you?
Pretty in control.
You felt like you're in control?
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody else think that Carrie was in control?
I felt like she was in control.
Okay. What about everybody else?
I
Kelly?
think she did a great job.
Okay. Kelly?
That
I think she was for the most part, but Janet was a little hard ass. Pardon my language.
Yes, but
Well,
you know I
you know
am
what?
real.
Welcome to the for sale by owner world.
Yeah. Whew.
I mean, y'all think that's bad? I've heard some that are way worse than that one. Way. And you're going to get all kinds. But again, they're only going to give you about 11 possible objections. And if you know what to say or what questions to get them to, you know how to handle these things, these objections. So who wants to
You
do
have
some
a
more?
list of the 11 possible objections somewhere?
You know what? I think that's a good idea. We should do that like right now.
I think it's a
So,
great idea.
so here's what we're going to do. Everybody gets to pick on me. I know you're excited about this one. So unmute your phones. Unmute your mics. Everybody open up your mic. And I am going to be the realtor, and all of you are for sale by owners.
So we're
All of
not
you.
expired, we're just for sale by owners.
Um,
Because that was what confused me with what Carrie just did, is it sounded like a straight for sale by owner, and I thought it was supposed to be the for sale by owner that had gone expired after the flat rate person.
what do y'all want to do? You want to do expired or for sale by owner? I don't care.
Both.
Both?
Okay.
We're supposed
Okay.
to be both here,
I gotta call one person first, and then everybody else is going to be the same person with different objections. So I'll address each of you as if you're the person I'm calling. So, Jaylyn, do you have a question before we start this?
yeah, I capture their email by offering to email them a choice of 2 ebooks. And I have like a staging ebook, and then I have an ultimate seller's guide.
Okay, good information. Give them something of value. I like it. All right, so Jaylyn, since you spoke up first, I'm going to pick on you first. Everybody else is the for sale by owner. Jump in with objections, and I'll try to handle this the best I can. Y'all like my new shirt?
Oh,
cool?
I love it.
I do too. All right. Somebody posted on this brokerage website that I'm a part of that they went to Vistaprint and ordered some kind of card or something. It's a promotion for $24 a month, and then you send them your logos, and they will send you stuff every month for $24 a month. They get to pick what they're going to send you. But the shirt was one of them. That was kind of cool. Okay. So Jaylyn, you're a for sale by owner. Actually, you were a for sale by owner. Your house, when expired, you took it to a flat fee. It then, when expired, I'm calling you now. And as soon as Kelly gets done with the baby, we'll go ahead and start. Okay. Hello, Jaylyn.
Yes, this is Lynn.
Oh, I'm sorry. Lynn, this is Robert Russell. I'm with ABC Realty. I was calling about your house. Is it still for sale?
Yes, it is, but I'm not interested in listing it.
Exactly. That's why I called. I've got some people that might be wanting to look at it. Are you still open to having buyers look at your house?
I don't have room for a commission to pay any buyer's agents.
Okay. So if I brought a buyer, you would want my buyer to pay the commission?
Yes.
Okay. How much are you asking?
$200,000.
And how did you determine that number?
From Zillow.
Zillow, great source. Did you know that 90% of the time Zillow's numbers have been inaccurate? That you probably haven't priced it right? So my question is, do you think your house is underpriced or overpriced?
Wow, I didn't know that their numbers weren't good. Maybe I have it underpriced.
Okay. So if it's underpriced, what kind of message do you think you're giving to buyers with them? Because, buyers are now smaller than they've ever been. So are for sale by owners. They're smarter than they've ever been. What kind of message do you think you're giving to buyers when they see your house? You think it's underpriced. They know it's underpriced. What do you think they're thinking when they see your house?
Well, I don't understand why I haven't had offers then, if it's below
Because it's
market.
underpriced. They're probably thinking there's something wrong with the house. And you're not using a realtor. So now they're thinking, we have a seller who's underpriced. There's something wrong with the house. She probably doesn't want to disclose something because it's underpriced. There's probably something wrong with it. Do you think it's possible that could be the reason that it hadn't sold?
Yeah, that could be. I never thought of that.
So what do you plan to do different?
I should probably get an appraiser in to give me a good estimate for the house.
I think that's a great idea. How soon do you plan to do that?
I don't know how soon they're available. I'll have to call a couple of them.
Do you know what the cost of that is?
No, I don't.
It's if you're going to use a regular appraisal, it could be around $450 depending on the size of the house.
It's a lot less than a commission, though.
It really is. But where are you going to advertise it at? How are you going to get people to know about it?
Oh, I'll do a Facebook ad.
Oh, good. And that's it?
Probably Twitter.
Twitter, good place. Is that it?
Probably in the paper.
Did you say paper? Like newspaper?
Yeah, we have kind of a local little classified ads.
Oh, like a penny saver?
I could do Craigslist too.
You could. And you'd have every investor in the world calling you, offering you 60% of what you're asking.
Uh-oh, I don't want that.
Yeah. What do you want?
I want to sell my house so I can move to the beach.
That's funny. I actually live by the beach.
I know.
So you want to sell your house. How long have you tried this, the for sale by owner route?
Oh, gosh. I was for sale by owner for 12 months, and then I listed and expired for 12 months.
So for 2 years,
Yes.
you've been trying to sell.
Right.
How's that working for you?
Not very well.
What are you going to do different?
Well, I might need to get a consultant to help me sell the house.
You mean like a realtor? I know that's a bad word.
I guess that's probably the route I'm going to have to take.
How many websites do you think we expose our listings to?
Well, I know there's realtor.com.
No. My question is, how many websites do you think we, realtors, expose our listings to?
Oh, I have no idea.
What would you think the number is?
Oh, maybe 5.
5. Well, you got the number 5 correct, but you need to add some zeros behind that. What if it was 5,000?
Wow.
So which do you think would be more effective? Getting it out there on over 5,000 websites or the 3 that you mentioned?
Oh, the 5,000.
Do you think that's free?
No, I'm sure it's not.
But you said you don't want to pay a commission.
Right.
So how are we going to get around that?
Well, maybe you can do a market analysis for me so I can
That's a
see
great
what you
idea.
think the price would be.
That's a great idea. So if I do a market analysis and I can show you in writing with numbers to back up my information where I can get you what you want to walk away with, would you be willing to let me be your realtor?
Yes, I would.
Regardless of the commission.
Right.
So you understand what I said?
Yes.
Regardless of the commission.
The money would be in my pocket that I needed to move.
So if I could get what you wanted, and let's just say the commission is 20%, you'd be okay with that?
I don't think that's legal.
Well, actually, it is because the SEC can't control what we charge in commissions.
Hmm.
So my question is, if I could get you what you wanted to walk away with, would you be okay with the commissions?
I'd probably have to interview other realtors.
And how many are you going to talk to?
Probably 2 or 3.
Okay, so how many realtors have you talked to in the last 2 years that you've had it for sale by owner?
Not very many.
How many?
Oh, I'd say about 4.
Do you know why you probably haven't talked to more realtors than that?
No.
What do you think the answer would be?
Maybe because it's underpriced.
Or that you've had it on the market for 2 years? What kind of message do you think you're giving to realtors?
It's probably poor property.
So
It
if I
wouldn't
can,
move.
if I can show you how I can get you what you want for your house, regardless of the commission, and my commission is going to be 7%, by the way. And I'll explain to you how that works in a minute. If I can get you what you want to walk away with, I get paid, you get paid, everybody gets paid, everybody's a happy camper. Are you okay with that?
Yes.
All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you the CMA, which will show you what I think we can get. I'm going to call you in a couple of days after you look at it. If you have any questions, give me a call.
Okay.
Okay, bye-bye now.
Bye.
Okay, now y'all didn't jump in on this conversation. All of y'all were the for sale by owner, and nobody spoke.
No.
That's just rude.
It is rude.
Well, she just kept responding so quickly. She was on it.
Well, then why didn't you jump in, Tracy? Chicken, you're scared. Okay.
Everything I would say.
Hey,
All right.
I have one that I ran across.
Yeah.
And they wanted to know if they could list with me, but on a non-exclusive. They could do a non-exclusive.
Do they
So-
understand what that meant?
So that if they found the buyer, then they wouldn't have to pay a commission.
Oh, I do that all day long.
Yeah, well, that's what I said. I said, sure.
Oh, yeah, because you know what the chances of them bringing their own buyer?
Slim to none.
Oh, yes. So here's what I tell them. If they ask me that question, I said, okay, here's the deal I'll make for you. Since you want to do that, which I think is a great idea because it puts you in the game now instead of just me. If you bring the buyer, all you pay me is 3% for the listing side. You're basically going to be the buyer's agent. So you bring the buyers 3%. If I bring the buyer, you pay 3%. If another realtor is involved, it's 6%. How could you go wrong with that kind of deal? I'll do that deal all day long.
Yeah.
Now, what's fun, this is what's fun. I had this situation happen. Seller calls me, and this is a listing that I had in Waco. He said, Robert, I want to terminate the listing. I said, really? What for? He said, because I've got a buyer who is going to make an offer on the house, and so I don't need you anymore. I said, oh, really? Have you already turned the paperwork into the title company? And they said, yeah. I said, what title company? So that I can send them my information. They said, what kind of information do you need? I said, well, I need to send them my information so that they know that I was the listing agent. I said, I was the listing agent. They said, okay, it's this title company. This is who you need to talk to. So I sent the title company a copy of the listing agreement. I said, here's a copy of the listing agreement. This listing has not been terminated. I will send you a CDA when we get closer to closing. He calls me and says, I told you we're going to fire you. I said, bad news. You can't. You can't fire me. I said, it's a 7% commission. What I'll do, since you brought the buyer, I'll charge you my 3%. You pay me 3%, and I'll waive the other 4. And so he gave me some explicitives, told me that I was a loser. I did nothing for that listing. I said, well, how do you think the buyer found out about your house? Well, I brought him. Well, how do you think he found out about the house? Well, I don't know. Do you think it's because of advertising that I did? So what I'm saying, Kelly, is I would do that deal all day long. Okay, going back to the conversation with me and Lynn. How do y'all feel that conversation went on Lynn's part? Let's do Lynn's part first. How do you think she handled the whole telephone call as a for sale by owner?
I think she did great.
That's a very true situation too, by the way. So my question is, if you were the realtor talking to Lynn, at what point would you have said, oh my God, this sucks. I don't know what I'm doing.
Once you found out how long she'd had it on the market.
Right. But when would you become intimidated by her responses? Because she was giving some great responses. And you've got to be quick with your answers. If you hesitate, they got you.
Yeah, but you did really awesome with your questions, 2 box on her end.
That's what I'm trying to do is remember, Janet, it's all about asking questions. Janet, how many times did I make a statement the statement meaning I did not ask a question? Did you hear me make a statement at all?
Maybe a couple times, but if you did, you followed it up with a question immediately.
That's the key. Questions are the key to doing for sale by owners.
I get that. I get what you're doing. I see how you pretty much shut down the conversation. However, with someone like me who is so inexperienced, I can't even think of questions to ask, or I don't have enough internal information to be able to push them in a direction by asking questions.
Well, here's my secret. You got to think about where you're headed. What's the goal of this conversation? Is the goal to list their house? Well, no. For me, no, not in the beginning. I'm not calling to try to list their house. My goal on the first call is only to get the seller's disclosure. On the second call, my goal is now to find out about the house, to create a sense of them wondering, does he have a buyer? Then I keep calling and I ask a dumb question like, do you have a pool in your backyard? And regardless of what the answer is, if it's yes, my answer is awesome. That's exactly what we're looking for. If she says no, my answer is still yes, that's exactly what we're looking for. Then when I call her back, remember now the goal is to try to create more interest between me and the for sale by owner to make them think that I'm working with buyers in that price range.
Robert, when you take that much time between calls, do you find that sometimes you'll lose the listing because they'll go with somebody else who called and was like a bulldog? And
yes, absolutely.
That's what I'm afraid of, because a lot of times people do for sale by owners because they need somebody to call them and say, okay, I'll list your house, right?
See, here's the way I look at it. I would rather call once a week so that I can keep engaging with them, as opposed to, there's a realtor in Dallas, well, she's retired now. She would call them every day, just every day. She was a big producer with Remax. I mean, huge. But if I said her name and you lived in Dallas, you would go, oh my God, her? Tracy, you probably know who it is. Tracy, how long you been in business?
I've been an investor
Carrie, will you get that?
5 years.
How long?
I said I did just the investing side for about 2.5 years, and then I got my license about 1.5 years ago.
Oh, okay. Well, you probably wouldn't look at it.
3.8 years, according to this thing I was looking at the other day. Oh, LinkedIn. It says I put it on LinkedIn 3.8 years ago.
So, Kelly, to answer your question, yeah, you take that risk. I'm willing to take that risk. And I'm willing to take the risk because I've got so many people to call. If I lose some along the way, it's just the risk I'm willing to take. You know, if you're calling or you're getting 900 leads per week, you're going to lose some. I mean, face it, you will lose some because of them selling it themselves, and they're getting better at that than they've ever been. Or a realtor who's better than me, who gets the listing faster than me.
But most will be okay with trying to sell it themselves for a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because that gives us 4 calls.
Usually I've noticed that after about the 7th email, which is, if I could get you more money in your pocket by using me than you can by yourself, would you let me talk to you about helping you sell your house? That's usually when I get most of my listings, after about the 7th or 8th call. And that's what I've tried.
Can you give us a list of the calls and the conversations that you have, or the direction you're trying to go?
If I had more time, I could, but I've only got a minute left. I'll tell you what you can do. Tomorrow, and I put this link in everybody's chat. And I guess that's time's up. That sounds like the time's up button.
That was my email.
Janet, I would do that to you, but it's a very long process. We're doing a group role playing tomorrow. I sent you the Zoom link. It's in your chat box. Between 10 to 11:30. It's an hour and a half. You're more than welcome to come. It's not going to be recorded. Actually, I think I might record it and put it on YouTube.
Then what chat box?
At the top, that was the first thing he gave us.
The Zoom chat box.
I can't come to it, so
I don't have it.
Yeah, you do.
The first thing I have in the chat box is from Marion Scott.
Oh my
Me
God.
too. I don't have a link in my chat box either.
Oh my God.
I have a question before the minute's over.
Okay, go.
Do you call the for sale by owners the first day they go for sale by owner? Because what I've done when I've called them so far is I was doing the go preview the house thing. And basically, you know, the last one is like, well, we had 50 realtors, you know, and they said how much they loved me and blah, blah, blah. And then I start to send them emails and I never get anything back. So I text, I call, and I get nothing. I'm like, I've disappeared into the cloud somewhere, and I'm just not being able to keep in touch with them. And they're saying I've heard we heard from 50 realtors, and we, you know, they're all great.
I wouldn't call them the first day they go on the market, because
so when would you call
their confidence level is so strong at that point, first day. Let me send this, dang it. How come it's not working? Oh, there it is. Okay, resending the Zoom link now.
You can always email it.
Okay, you know what? That's a great idea. I'll do that when I email it in. Well, I'll put it in the chat box anyway. I would wait about 3 or 4 days, because like with most sellers, listing or not, they're confident they're going to get full price as soon as you put it on the market. So I'd wait. Okay, does anybody have any questions for me?
I have a comment.
Uh-oh. Should I sit down for this?
Well, you know, you run against some people like yourself that are irritating. But I actually took a listing that they FSBO'd for 12 months and it expired, and I sold it in 10 months. And the whole community knew about it, and it was a unique property. So they were eager to see somebody do a marketing presentation to actually be interested in selling their property.
Mm-hmm. Everybody's different, you know, and every situation is different too. I remember I got a for sale by owner listing. And I had a listing for 1 year. And the last day of the listing, the very last friggin' day, we got a full price offer. And I'm thinking, this realtor is a complete idiot, an absolute idiot. To give a full price offer on a house that's been on the market for 364 days. And everybody was a happy camper. It closed. They bought another house. So yeah, you get some crazy stuff. And Janet, this is one of my words of wisdom to you. Try to get as much exposure on training as you can do. My suggestion would be to go to YouTube and go to every brokerage videos that are out there, every single one, and subscribe. Subscribe to Remax. Subscribe to Caldwell Banker, Keller Williams, Briggs Freeman. And what will happen is these videos that they're sending out to their realtors are videos that they're posting on YouTube. So if you subscribe, you'll get a video from that real estate office in your email, and you'll be as up to date as those other realtors would be. There's some great information out there on YouTube, some great videos that you can learn stuff. Just because you're with one brokerage doesn't mean that should be your only place that you're getting information from. That's just my opinion. I've been with 2 other brokerages. Both were huge brokerages. I learned a lot. One I was with for 2 years, another one I was with for 8 years, and then I went independent. There's some good companies out there that are giving some great training. Take advantage of the free videos on YouTube.
When is your next class?
Well, probably May. I know, because I'm going.
Spring or something?
Well, here's my schedule. I'm doing some training. I'm doing some traveling training. Here's my schedule. March 28th, Miami, then Orlando, then Dallas, Los Angeles, Honolulu, the Big Island, Los Angeles, and I'm back here in Florida on May the 7th.
I didn't hear Nashville on there.
Nashville is not on the list.
I didn't hear Chicago.
Chicago is not on the list. Now, we could always squeeze these places in, just for a small fee, because I'm getting paid at all these places. Getting paid is a beautiful thing. I don't know why.
Terry, you can stay with me and we'll get him to come to Nashville.
Let's go. We'll do some for sale by owner calls. All right, so that is it. I've enjoyed these 5 weeks. I really have enjoyed this session more than any one for some reason. I don't know, but it's been a lot of.
We rule.
Y'all do rock. And I'm so glad that nobody has gotten pissed off at me, because my personality is very tell it like it is. The one thing that you'll find out about me, you'll never walk away from me wondering what I think, because I'm just going to tell you. I don't really care. And I think that's the way to be. Just be straight up, no beating around the bush. So I hope y'all join us tomorrow at 10 o'clock for group role playing. Janet, I am going to record it, and I'll send it out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Does everybody want a copy of that video here that happens tomorrow?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that means you're not going to show up. Is that what you're telling me?
I have an appointment tomorrow.
I'll be there.
I have an appointment.
I'll pretend like I'm you.
All right. Y'all have a great day. If y'all need anything, this is a cell phone. It answers phone calls. It's great. It's a great system. 972-679-9029. Don't be a texter, be a caller. Okay, y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye, y'all.
Guys.
I'll send the video later.